Welcome back to another episode of TVGP's We Roguelike, at the show we play every roguelike in history. I'm Rose Boston. Joining me as always is Moonpear.
Howdy, I just got a very weird sound notification through my headphones. I'm hoping
Great.
it's nothing serious. It went boop 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 boop, and I was like, wait, what? Wait,
But 2 bits? Like what's great.
uh-huh. Now I'm
Um
scared.
yeah.
Is Doc Brown from Back to the Future about to walk into my house with like a gallon drum and a shoe?
Marty. Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyways, let's make ourselves feel better by talking about week 2 of Wizard of Legend. Let's talk about the trials. What are they called? The Nexus trial?
Chaos
The
Trials?
Chaos Trials. Yeah, those guys, the world famous Chaos Trials. I had a pretty good week this week, actually. I feel like I had a couple of runs that actually clicked, um, largely because I've been spending all of my unlock currency on not the unlockable items, because I realized this week that if you buy one in every category. It's not Diablo 3. You don't get to equip two or three at a time. You get to equip
Uh-huh.
just one, which feels real rough.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I feel very basic because I'm still missing a whole bunch of the basic attacks, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
I've got the wind one, I've got the water one, and I have the lightning one.
Okay.
I don't have the fire, I don't have the ground, and
I have
I
the
don't
I have the Earth
think.
one. I'm actually using the Earth one
Okay.
right now, and I'm not sure about it.
I'm torn, like because like I've played so many runs this week, and I'm trying to find skills that I like, and I think I despise all of the earth skills.
Oh man, so I actually I have am I'm actually starting to figure out a build that I kind of like, and it's centered around the Earth secondary one, which is the one where it has all the Earth shields surrounding you. Um,
Okay, I don't know if I have that, and I don't know if I've ever used it. If I do have it.
oh man, so not only does it protect you, but when you are up on enemies, the shields hit enemies and hurt them. Um, and as soon as I unlocked that, I was like, oh, okay, now we're kind of talking about a build I can get behind. I'm using
Okay, is
the
this the Ethan Aegis?
that I believe so. Yeah.
Looks like a shield made of mud with a green gem in the middle.
Yep, that one. Yeah.
Okay.
So I've been
Okay.
using that a lot. I've been messing around with the basic attack because the default one they give you I think is wind, I think, and that one's fine.
Mm,
The water
mm.
one is fine. The earth one is pretty slow, but it hits pretty hard. I'm kind of not a fan of that. I really wish I had one. I don't have the fire or the lightning one. I really wish I had one that hit for less damage, but I was hitting attacks faster. That would
Mhm.
probably feel better for the play style I like. But yeah, I feel like the big thing that clicked for me this week was that Earth Shield. I actually got to my first boss, um, which was the Thunder Twins, and I was
Yep.
probably 2 hits away from killing them, and they unveiled this attack that I could not avoid.
Is that the one where they both stand at the one of them stands at the top and then the other one shoots around like a pinball?
Uh huh. Yeah, and he's playing a taiko drum at the top, and there's just lightning everywhere on this. I am more than sure there is a way to avoid that. I would not know how
I
to do
don't know
that my
what it
very
is
first
either.
fight. Yeah. So
Every run I had this week, that was my first dungeon, was the lightning dungeon. It's
oh
like,
man,
go away. I
I
I like
I
the lightning skills, so I
hmm
hate the lightning dungeon because they do less damage.
yeah, I actually got to the Earth boss this week too, and I just like I did not have enough health to manage to defeat him. Which I was doing okay, but um, a lot of it for me is, since such a kind of twitchy action game, a lot of it is
Mhm.
I need to memorize these patterns of, especially the bosses, but you actually have to get there to fight them to see the patterns to memorize them, which is the hard part for the second week. Um,
I did get my first fusion item this week though,
ooh, what's that?
which is when you're in the shops and whatever, it'll have like a description that it'll have like in yellow text part of blank.
Oh,
Um,
right, like part of a set almost.
exactly.
Gotcha.
So I ended up getting, I think I unlocked the relic, which was the slice of cake,
Okay.
which taking damage increases your max health up to a certain limit. I was like, cool, I'll
Oh,
take that.
wow.
I'm
Great.
so bad at dodging, so I will
Mm-hmm.
take that so I can try and get my health up. And then the second part of it was a cursed item.
Oh, okay.
And that is let you regenerate health at low health,
Oh,
but
interesting.
it reduces your maximum health.
Oh, all right. I'm seeing the synergy here. All right.
So when you combine them together, you get the dependable cake, and taking damage increases your health, your max health,
Right.
and you regenerate health while at low health, so you don't have the health cut penalty, essentially.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Hmm.
It was really useful. And now
Yeah.
I've changed my starting relic now to the graduation cap because I want to know what the next fusion I can get is. So
Yeah. I think the relic system is the only one that I'm a little bit disappointed in at the
I wish you
beginning.
could hope too.
Yeah, I feel like so many of the base, and I'm sure there are some later you can unlock or somehow, but I feel like the basic ones you start the game with are all like, it feels very much like, when you play like a Diablo style game with like a skill tree, and there's a node that's like increase your defense by 2.5%. It's like that's
Yep.
useless. That's a useless number. Like it feels very much like that, where some of them are like increase your healing a little bit, and it's like I'm not even healing. Like I'm not making it that long to use this. Like so I'm sure there'll be a couple that I unlock later, but I'm spending all my upgrade or my unlock currency on kind of the base level skills just to try and get a good synergy going.
Yeah, in all honesty, it's something I need to work on a bit more.
Mm,
Is unlocking more stuff because I've only got like I've played this game a surprising amount, and I've still only got like 7 spells.
yeah. What robes are you wearing? Are you just wearing the
I
default ones?
I just bought the ones that increase coins and gems.
Interesting, because I'm wearing the ones that decrease your cooldown and increase your max health, I believe it is. So I have like 150 more max health, and my cooldowns are
Ah,
are pretty short now. I think that was only like
um,
75, so it's one of the first things I bought. Where I'm like, well, this seems like a good combo. It will probably be pretty good.
my one is called the Avarice suit. It's ten
Okay,
percent gold gain and one plus one gem gain.
okay, yeah, I think mine are like a light blue set of robes. That's a really interesting system.
Yes,
Um,
Vigor. Plus 10
yeah,
max health, minus 10% cooldowns.
yeah, it feels pretty good. That's those robes are kind of a cool system. That feels a little bit pricey at the beginning of the game, but I'm sure once we can get to the point where we're beating at least the first boss, I'm sure we'll just be drowning in those gems. Because
Yeah, and I want to know what that tailor does. Because he makes my robe shiny, but he reduced my health to 1 health. So I'd like to know what he does.
yeah, he keeps promoting himself, and I'm just like, nah, I don't want to do that. I did take advantage of. I don't think it was the. No, maybe it was the tailor who increased something, but took a whole bunch of health off. He didn't bring me down to one. I think he brought me. I think he took off like half of my health, but I don't remember what he did. I think he improved one of my spells. I don't remember. I also found I found two special rooms this week. One of them just had a giant present in it. I bashed it open and it spit out 5 or 6 basic spells. So I could, once I picked a bunch of those up, I had 6 spells equipped. at once because
Uh-huh.
they're like those two last slots. Um, and then I ran into a pinata that was insulting me, and if I could if I could take his health down to zero fast enough before he regenerated it, I would have gotten a present, and I couldn't. I didn't have the damage output, so he let me know that I was not up to snuff. But it's nice to know that there are rooms like that in the game as opposed to just like here's an enemy and here's more enemies and there's a shop. Yay!
Yeah. And so far it's been like it's been kind of interesting, like seeing a lot of the variety that's here.
Mm-hmm.
I think the biggest thing that this game is missing for me right now, and this is something that comes over from Isaac and Gungeon are the kings of this,
Mm-hmm.
and it is that synergy thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that the like don't get me wrong, it's got one odd. I think it's got like maybe 10 fusion relics totaled, but that's
Mm-hmm.
one item in a whole host of different items. Like
Right.
give me a good fusion every now and again with everything. Like Hades does it too with like the duo effects.
Yeah.
It's like
Even
they're
Neon
rare.
Abyss did it. Those were
Yeah,
pretty
and
rare too, but
they're rare, but when you get them, they're a game changer. Now,
mm-hmm.
maybe this has them and they're rare enough to where we haven't seen them yet, but it doesn't look like it so far.
Yeah.
Um,
I sort of wish if more of these roguelikes, if you have a synergy, you kind of show that pretty early. It doesn't need to be like a major synergy. It could even be like, here's one of the first relics you buy, and here's another thing that's pretty easy to get, and maybe your healing increases by instead of buying a potion from the shop that heals 100 health, it does 110 health. It doesn't even need to be that big, but if you have synergies, I at least want to see one of them up front to say like, yes, we got this stuff. Don't worry.
yeah, and there might be like synergies in there, but this is going to sound like a stupid complaint, but I want it explained to me what works well with one another because I'm fed up of having to remember a bajillion things from a bajillion different games. Like,
Well, you don't
I
want the
want,
you don't want the Gungeon problem where it's like, why did I have a blue arrow above my head? Is that good? Oh my god, am I gonna die? Is this a curse? It's like, no, you have a
uh
synergy. That's a good thing. It's like, oh well, okay, great. I think good, maybe.
yeah, or even if you have two skills that really work together, like maybe you have an AoE spell and a black hole spell equivalent.
Mm-hmm.
To use the Dota terminology, like I want to say something like give it a fun nickname where it's like just write something random like
Mm-hmm.
grab and smash him or whatever, and it's like okay, something here will work together well with
Right.
something else. Like if you have something that draws everybody in, and then you have all of those horses that just jump in the air and smash down on people's heads,
Mm-hmm.
like that would be a good combination. I would like to be notified that I have a potentially good combination, especially when I'm too busy dodging things because I'm terrible at dodging things.
Or even like Genshin Impact, where you can make like a fire tornado, and you're gonna kind of do it by accident pretty early on. Like in this game, can I make a fire tornado? Like I have fire spells and I have wind spells. Like can I combine that stuff? This is all early game questions and stuff. But um, I this game seems really great. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I think I have the same annoyance as you do, where it's like, all right, is this? Have I seen everything, and I'm just gonna kind of unlock variations, or are there kind of hidden cool combos, cool things that are going on?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. But I tried to spend a bunch of time. I didn't have a ton of time this week, but I tried to spend a bunch of time with it, and this game is a lot of fun. I pretty early on see why so many people are like, yeah, you should play Wizard of Legend. It's a good time because it seems solid.
yeah. So far, it's. I mean, like we said last week, like controls wise, there's little things that annoy me, like the
Yeah.
skidding stop when you're sprinting.
Yep.
Um, the dash doesn't have a pass through, which is really annoying for someone who likes a pass through dash.
Yeah. I wish you could fly through enemies, especially since you're a wizard. I feel like
Uh-huh.
You don't need to collide with people, but
Like, I
who
really
knows?
like those horses, but I stopped using the horses spell because you can't pass through them when you dash.
Yeah, yeah.
So I just end up dashing into the back of the horses I just dropped on people, and then I'm like, well, now I'm trapped in a corner of my own making, which is
Yeah,
like
exactly.
the worst thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah, so far Wizard Legend seems good. I feel pretty positively about this. I'm hoping I can beat a boss this week, or at the very least, kind of make enough progress to unlock a bunch more spells. Because I think that's the thing I'm going to focus on this week is kind of how many of these spells can I unlock? Can I find? You know, I really like that the Earth Aegis one. You know, is there something that I can get that synergizes with it? Maybe the kind of bigger spell that's all the way on the right hand side of your it for you. It's probably the B button. Um,
Yes.
you know, like, can I get something that synergizes with those things together? Can I get a better basic attack? Like, what am I kind of looking at for my repertoire of spells here? Um,
Hmm.
hoping that's my focus this week. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping to be able to like I said, I've got the Avarice outfit now, so I'm hoping to be able to just stockpile a bunch of gems
Yep.
and then just start buying my way through the relics and everything else. 'Cause there's so many.
My God, there's like each category of relics has like 3 or 4 pages, and it's just like this is
Uh-huh.
so many. Like I'm hoping that a lot of them are impactful, but you gotta assume there's gonna be a bunch that are just like I'm never gonna pick that. Like, come on, man.
Uh,
Yeah. All right. Well, that's our episode for this week. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening, and we'll see you next run. Bye.
bye.